Welcome to Stock Time to Improv. I'm Mary Scott with Business Riff, and I want startups to be wildly successful. Today, we're going to be talking to another investor. Yay! And this is Derek Rapp from Rivervest Venture Partners. Thanks for coming, Derek.
Hi, Mary. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to have this opportunity with you.
This is great. So, Rivervest really likes life sciences startups. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. Rivervest started as a firm back in 2000 and has always invested in biopharmaceutical and medical device companies. Early stage companies, we tend to invest in the first major institutional round that a company will raise for equity. It might be Series A or Series B equity round. We tend to lead or co-lead that round. And we then look to follow on investments in order to help that company reach all the way till it has an exit someday and realizes its full potential.
Okay. So I'm curious, why life sciences rather than apps or other kinds of technology?
Well, obviously, there are all kinds of important opportunities. In the case of life sciences, we like it a lot because of a few things, I think, particularly. First, this is a field where there is the possibility for sustained competitive advantage. Uh, we focus on opportunities where products are going to address an unmet patient need. That's one of our real hallmarks. And as a result, when a product succeeds and makes it through the clinical trials, through the regulatory process at FDA or wherever, it has a chance then to be an important product for many years. And that makes it a very attractive candidate for an acquisition or a public offering, that sort of thing. So that's a big reason why. Additionally, we look at the fact that there will always be in society desire for people to lead healthier, longer lives, fuller lives. And consequently, this is not an area where we'll see fads. People are always going to want to be healthier. So we think this is a great long-term play.
That sounds good. And it's also a lot of fun to be on the cutting edge, all puns
It's
intended, of medical breakthroughs. I mean,
Mary, it
things
is
like
so
the
inspiring.
glucometer and those kinds of things that have totally changed the way diabetes is managed.
For
So,
sure.
is there any particular thing coming up that you can share with us?
No, it is so inspiring to see the innovations that are coming forward constantly from entrepreneurs in different spaces. We see in many cases these are doctors or researchers inside of academia they've been working in a particular field in many cases for decades, and their ideas of what they think could work and help them do their jobs better. And they want to see those applied to people more broadly so that patients can have great outcomes. In answer to your specific question about areas or trends, so many. For example, I could talk about artificial intelligence as an important area that I think will really impact research for a long time to come. We see this field still, I'd say, coming to fruition. AI is being used to identify important targets that can be then addressed through, and I'm trying to do this in a simple way, but where a compound, whether it's a biological or a small molecule, can address a particular biological pathway that has been discovered through artificial intelligence and then lead to a whole new way to address a disease or some sort of condition. So that's one example. Another example with artificial intelligence is just plain doctors being able to better understand how to treat their patients and get faster to a best practices sort of treatment for a patient. So that's a very exciting field. Within devices, we're constantly seeing ways for cardiologists to help their patients deal with all the challenges associated with heart disease. That's an area where we happen to see a lot of opportunities. Another one is in surgical supplies, devices that will help a surgeon have an easier time being very effective and targeted in his or her work with a patient. On the drug side, of course, we've seen so much in cancer, and we see the immunology space being applied now to a lot of different diseases and autoimmunity and other immunological disorders. So, I could go on and on. The list is
Yeah.
really exciting.
This is so exciting, and it's great to be doing good and making money, right?
Bet.
Hey,
You bet.
do people apply to you, or do you find people on your own? How do you find the folks you invest in?
It is fascinating how people find us, to be honest with you. The number of emails and LinkedIn contacts that we receive would blow you away. I mean, I'm sure it's thousands a year. The numbers are daunting, truthfully. So we have a process where companies reach a certain point and they then are going to get discussed by the firm generally. We had about 150 or so companies, I think, reach that point last year. So out of the 1,000 or more companies, 1,000,
Right.
150 reached that point. But then, we only would end up investing in a few of them. So
Oh, that's the normal way. And
yeah,
people
it's
don't
a,
realize that 95% of startups don't need venture capital.
yes,
They just
correct.
need revenue,
Yeah, correct. It's quite a gauntlet to run through to get to a point of being invested in
right?
by a firm like
And
ours.
and too many startups, they think they need money and they don't even have their ducks in the pond, much less in a row.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Derek Rapp from Rivervest Venture Partners. We'll put contact information in the comments so people can get to contact you or apply to maybe be the next thing you invest in. This is Mary Scott with Business Riff. I want startups to be wildly successful. And one of the best things you can do to accomplish that is book a synergy call with me at businessriff.com. And join us again next time for Stock Time to Improv.